And smell.
I called Darren.
They got it.
Because everybody's coming in, trying to come in for home. What's going on out there? So I called Darren. I said, hey, can you see if they can just tone it down a notch? I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but if they can shut the lights off, get on Fifth Street and, just sort of, they've got caution.
All right, it's August 17th, 2026 at 5:45 PM. We're going to call this Finance Committee meeting to order. Present are council members Barker, Cost, Chute, Lemley, and Marmee. First item, the unappropriated balance of the general fund is at $962,398. And the unappropriated balance of the, the balance of the budget stabilization fund is at $1,600,515. And we have about $143,557 on the agenda coming from the general fund this evening. So first item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $13,327.
This appropriation request is for the federal JAG grant, which the city shares equally with Lincoln County Sheriff.
Motion.
Second. Motion by Barker, second by Chute. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, send us on the full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $3,229.95.
This is another federal grant for bulletproof vests for which the arson investigators, adult probation, and police department utilize.
Motion.
Second. Motion by Barker, second by Chute. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, send this on full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $29.56.
This request is a supplement to what is already in the EMS budget for the state EMS grant. The total grant award is $2,944.56, and that was based on our 2025 grant, and we got a little bit more, so that's why it's $29.56 the request.
Very good.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Chute. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, send us on full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is, thank you very much, request for appropriation amount of $175,000.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. This request is to help us fund our CDBG projects. And the biggest part of this sum here will go toward the West Canal Park, the new West Canal Park project. And that has begun, so we need to complete our funding for it. We have the purchase order filled out. Any questions?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Cost. Questions and or discussion? Yes, you're fine where you're at.
Michelle Newman, Board Senate City Council President. Mr. Runner, I know we have some other grant monies that are being appropriated, or we're gonna be talking about that in another meeting today. $175,000 is just a really large budget line item. Are we gonna see a further breakdown of that?
The reason that's such a large number is when we were doing our appropriations and budgets back in the fall, the funding still wasn't completely in place for the park. And so it was a bit of an unknown. But the known was the stresses that were on the city budget. And we didn't want to ask for more money than what we really felt we should at the time. We were successful in completing the funding for the project, which now allows us to start the project. And so we now need to kind of get the rest of our money. Great question.
Could you comment on how much also additional funding we got from outside of the city towards this project?
Doug, I don't have the exact breakdown.
Just ballpark even.
Total project's $1,270,000.
Right, and this is what we're doing. A lot of the other funds came from other areas, including private donations.
Department of Natural Resources,
Exactly.
foundations,
So,
monies, yes.
Looking at what we're spending in comparison to the big picture of this, to get a project like this completed, I'm looking at it as this is a good thing. Thank you for keeping it so low for us, so. All right, any additional questions and or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor send this on to full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $27,336.71.
Yes, this is for what we call our CDBG revolving loan fund. So in a revolving loan fund, we receive those monies as loans are paid off that we had made, gosh, could have been previous years from who knows how far back. But as they come in, we need to appropriate those monies. We've had some money come in since we did the budget. And that's what that 27,336.71 represents. We'd like to get that in the back.
Motion by Barker,
Second.
second by Cost. Any questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on to full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $2,455.41.
Mr. Chair, this is a request for monies back to cover the special duty overtime monies that were put out for the Strawberry Festival November 26th. We're moving funds back to the overtime budget.
Motion.
Motion by Barker, second by Chu. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on to full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. And with that, this Finance Committee meeting stands adjourned. Next up is service.
All right, I'm going to call this Service Committee meeting to order. Present are council members Neely, Cost, Jute, Line, and Barker. The only thing on our agenda tonight is we're going to consider Resolution 26-45, a resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service of the City of Newark, Ohio, to enter into an 18-month due diligence agreement subject to the appropriation of funds to evaluate property for additional water source.
Good evening.
Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, so as I've been up here a few times speaking with you about our, on the water system, just making sure that we have consistent short-term and long-term water source to provide to our water customers. And we have identified a property over the last 9 months. We continually look for properties or areas where we can help ensure our system has water for the next 20 to 50 years. We've identified a property that we would like to go to enter into an agreement to give us 18 months basically for due diligence, and that due diligence would give us the right to do a study on environmental impacts, on the cost effectiveness of purchasing the property, hydrogeological study, geological study, as well as anything else that may come up to try to ensure that we're making a good decision if we move forward with purchasing the property. This contract would go through, this agreement would go through December of next year. So it's not giving us the right to purchase it, it's just giving us the right to enter into that due diligence period where we can evaluate the property to make sure that it does make sense for the city to move forward with purchasing the property. Happy to answer any questions on it. It's a property north of the city. We've spent about 6 months evaluating it already, and it appears to be a beneficial property that could help the city. But we want to go further and actually that's what this 18 months gives us.
Any questions from the committee first? Ms. Smith, you want to come to the podium? Just need your name and address for the record, please.
Rochelle Bowman Smith, 237 Violet Court. I was wondering what water facilities this makes this particular property apartment.
Good question. So it's currently a vacant piece of property. There are no facilities on it, but it offers the ability for the city to have additional source water if it pans out that what the initial studies have shown. So that's what we need the 18 months to show, is that it does make sense for us to purchase it. And a lot more work to be done to make sure that we're making a good decision.
So no groundwater is particularly infrastructure?
There's nothing, it's just a vacant piece of property currently, yeah. So if we would purchase it and it would be a good source, then we would have to, build assets on that piece of property to make use of it.
Okay. Motion by Neely.
Second.
Second by Blind. Any further comments or questions?
How much land is it?
With respect to the current owners, I don't know that I am in diligence or due diligence to whatever that says to say that. It's a significant acreage, I can say that.
Yeah, I would say we can't divulge, because
We're not in agreement, we're not in a contract with the landowner yet, and so we don't want to risk that from being a problem.
Yep. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor of sending this on to full council, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. Thank you, Brandon. And with that, this service committee meeting stands adjourned. Next up is capital improvements.
With that, I'll call this Capital Improvements Committee meeting to order. Present, myself, Councilmember Ingold, Newman, Labutus, and Neely. First item on the agenda is to consider resolution number 2648, expedite, a resolution appropriating monies for the current expenses of the municipal corporation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We, again, on the West Canal Park, we raised some dollars. Here's part of it, it's about $150,929. Just stopped in from the Lincoln County Foundation where they gave us a check for $120,929. Good community partners. So just ask for that to be appropriated, so put it in the right place.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you.
And we did ask to expedite the second reading on this.
Any discussion from the committee?
And just to clarify, because it has on here too, there's, the total amount is 150, so it's 120 from the foundation, 10 from the energy co-op, and
Yep.
20 from the foundation. So
Yep.
it almost looks like two separate Lincoln County Foundation.
Yeah, they foundation itself made a donation, and then we opened up an account at the Lincoln
With
County
those
Foundation
collections.
for donations that we went out and collected. This is
Yep. Fabulous. And so this is all foundation and donation money and no general fund.
no general fund.
Great, thanks.
Any other questions? Spencer?
Sorry. Spencer Barker, Fifth Ward Councilman. I just wanted it to be, just so it's on the record, and I'll say this when we go to the city council, I'm the current chairman of the Roundup Foundation, so I did abstain from funding this at there, and I'll also abstain when we get to it on the council floor. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor of sending this on to full council signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, that'll pass 5-0. Thank you, Director Rhodes.
Thank you.
And with that, this Capital Improvement Committee stands adjourned, and committees are adjourned for this evening, and council will resume at 7 p.m. Thank you.
Yes.